Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, Boxing Day, day after Christmas. So we are playing FS19 on Oakfield Farm, and we're up to episode 51. It is second day of early summer. It is overcast, although the skies look kind of blue over there. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We have fed the sheep for the day. We have not weeded today. I'm not planning to weed today. What I'm planning to do is let that go a second day. Just see if we can get away with doing the weeding alternate days. And we have a contract. And we have 1,800 litres of fertiliser, so we can take this to somebody else's field and spray it all over. How are we doing on gas? Gas is good, def is good. Oh, bouncy, good grief. And good morning, everybody. So yeah, no stream yesterday. We had Christmas. Mrs. Osa actually decided to get up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then we did unwrapping presents, taking presents around to the other kids, and all sorts of stuff. And just have what you said you were going to have. And yes, so yesterday was a lot of stuff. How do I get over there? Or should I have gone the other way? I don't recall. I think I might be on the wrong side of the river. Okay. I'll get this figured out eventually. Hail team, good morning, and Bin Pin, good to see you. Yeah, Christmas was good. Good. That's a lot of weeds on this field. It's a good job I don't have a contract. Some of the activation points for gates on this map are very particular. Some maps you just have to be in the general vicinity of the gate and it'll open, but this one you have to be standing in front of them. Alright, let's this field really doesn't look like I can fertilise it, but since they want to pay me for it, I will give it a go. So we're going to line up that way and fold the beast. See where we're going. Auto width, we will set the waypoint A. If I select the thing on the back, there we go. We can raise it up a little. There we go. That's looking nice. We're heading in 6.5 degrees. Turn that on and we will, come on, make our way across the field. be. And turn on the steerings. Why no stream on Thursday? There was a stream on Thursday. There was no stream on Friday. So you've missed an episode. Yeah, we had episode 50. And Captain Zank was around, so we chatted for a while. I believe we were talking about how precision farming affects various aspects of the game and our expectations, because I haven't really gotten around to sciencing out all of the precision farming stuff. I think we've been trying to weed the grass field, see how that works out, and other bits and pieces. I know you were there on Wednesday, but there was a stream on Thursday as well, from about 9 o'clock to midday. Was that the one where I sold the bales? Did you see the one where I sold the bales and it fell over? That was Thursday. It's that, or you've lost a day in your life. This is quite a big field, which is good. We get, whoops, paid a fair amount of money for doing this. Assuming it's working. I assume it's working. Ah, okay. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Oh, don't fold it up. That's crazy. Anyway, so yes, we took the presents round to the other kids, and their not dad, guy who lives with Mum, was making ham. I think he got fed up with her lack of cooking ability, so he does all the cooking himself. Right, yeah, no, the last one we spent the last half hour trying to pick up the Fent after it fell over, hauling the bales to the BGA, which is why we're back up to 48,000 money rather than 17. I think we still have a debt. Yeah, we still got 50,000, so I'm not paying that off right now. No, I was going to check. Yes, that is working, so we're good. So let's get this. For some reason I can't spray my fields, but I can spray this guy's fields, so that's kind of weird. Yes, if anything, you can find the videos on YouTube, link below. And the last episode, actually the penultimate episode, I spent loading bales onto a pair of trailers, and then we get to the BGA and the Fed tractor's missing. Want to follow me? So that was interesting. Well recovered though. I might have mishaps driving around on the streets on this map, but we did recover everything. Although it took a while. But yeah, we're kind of at the low point of the year, I guess. Looking for contracts, I did calculate we are way short on bales. Our sheep eat about 120 bales per year at the moment. and there could be an issue that we only have, I think, about 62 bales, which it's early summer. No, that won't even last us to the end of the year. That's about half of what we need. So we've got enough bales to last us to the end of fall. I'm going to need to make a lot more. And Andrew, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing fine. How are you doing? Yeah. But farm progression is what it is at the moment. Obviously the sheep aren't producing, the crops aren't ready. We have fully fertilised all the fields as well as we are able to. And I still have to put a layer of herbicide out on the sunflower seeds or sunflower fields, but they need to grow a bit before we do that. But outside of that, we are making money by doing other farmers' stuff. Okay. Start heading forward, turn that on, and let's go for it. But yeah, we would, Wednesday we were discussing how not to do precision farming, which is basically don't do an automatic spread of fertilizer in the first day, because it will unload that fertilizer tank in no time flat, because you have zero nitrogen on the field and you have to get it up to whatever. It does. It's a quirk of seasons. The fields will look dry and ready to go, but they're still growing. Seasons, I think it ticks over the growth stage once every period. So I'm playing 2-day seasons, so every 2 years it'll tick over one growth stage, and 4 isn't enough. Well, 0, if you count them, I count them 0, 1, 2 and 3. So the third stage of growth, where they're all in flower and everything else, that's not enough to get you to the point where it's time to harvest. Now we can't harvest these until late summer, and so we just have to, they use the ready to harvest stage as extra growth. The only sure way to know is to jump out of the tractor and look at the field information, and it'll tell you, okay, that's good enough. So if I jump out, well, this field needs ploughing. It was fallow last year, it's growing wheat, it's 66% fertilised, and growth stage is growing. If we look at the map, we're on 36. It registers its final stage of growth. This is also in its final stage of growth, but it's not accepting fertiliser, which was a little bit concerning. So it will be ready to harvest late spring, late summer. I'm going crazy. Let's get back in the tractor and drive it. Yeah, I had, what was it, Farm Sim 17, Saturday stream was featured Lawfolds, and I did have, one guy came to watch the stream because he lives in Aberdeenshire, and he thought I was broadcasting the local soccer game or something like that. It's kind of funny, but he hung around for the stream and then went off to watch the soccer, I guess. Long hauler, good morning, welcome to the stream. How was your Christmas? crazy. Close to the edge, we'll stick that on and stop and go. So yes, you caught me making money in the morning. Well, actually it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon as far as the game day is concerned. We're really not, we've got the debt, but we're really not that strapped for cash. I think selling the bales of silage was helpful. I'm going to have to buy some more liquid fertilizer though. Because we need to fertilize our grass fields when we next cut them. Yeah, I think the thing is with the guy who came in on the Lawfold stream, it wasn't so much, he doesn't know what FS means, so it's, yeah. You know, he knew that Aberdeen was playing someone else, and I happened to be streaming the farm that was also a real life farm that was close to where he lived. Now I'm going to have to guess because I have no clue which bits we've done. Let's pull up the map again and turn off needs ploughing. We need to go back another row. Somewhere around here. I'll do a check. Yeah, we're lined up on the right one. And oh, we're down to the front tank only. That's tricky. Okay, not all of the trigger points on the farm work in Farm Sim 19. As soon as we're done, as soon as I'm done here, we'll take a trip down to the store, fill up the rear tank and whatever's needed in the front, and I'll take us up to the farm and we'll check out those trigger points. But this farm was ported over from Farm Sim 17, and in 17 it worked. Rasvet. Oh, I may take a look at that. It's on Mod Hub or one of the other mod sites. I've been kind of taking it, apart from the morning streams this week, I've been kind of taking it easy the last few days because I've been off work and this is where I sit and work all day, every day. And so last couple of days I've been not messing in much of anything. But I do want to do some heavy sciencing on precision farming, get some hard numbers, see if my main goal is actually to figure out is if you can use precision farming, have precision farming active without using it, is sort of the best word I can come up with. But it's sort of, I'm not going to scan the fields, I'm not going to just spray stuff all over the fields automatically. What I'm aiming to do is to do a sort of an old style farmer who doesn't have the computer control on his tractors and his sprayers and his spreaders, and he has to do it all manually. So it would be a best guess and see how much you need to do in order to actually get at least something achieved with precision farm, or at the very least not get the default 65% poor yield out of it. Okay, we are not using the edge of the map until we get over there. As I was saying the other day, at precision farming, this would be excellent because it would have the effect of turning off the right half of the right side of the boom in order to spray this field, because that bit's already been sprayed. I also have a feeling that if you've got precision farming active and you're doing manual spreading and spraying, you can double layer and thus over fertilize or over lime sections of the field, which might be bad. Yes, and that's a feature of Oxygen David's maps, is he either bases them on a real location with kind of liberties taken to make sure there's a BGA on there, make sure there's a farm store on there, make sure there's a gas station on there. So that's type of thing. But even when he doesn't do a actual location, his maps are still very British feeling. I mean, Lone Oak wasn't a bad representation of an American map. I've played Lone Oak a little bit, but I don't know, doesn't feel quite right. So yeah, and there are a couple of guys who make very, very good maps, and they feel right. I think who is it? Lancey Boy does a good job. Who's the other one that does the British maps? Oxygen David. Bullet Bill's another fine map maker, but he bowed out for 19. And then on this side of the Atlantic, there's really only I do like Bucks County. That does look like a very nice map. Oh, you've also got the farming agency. Alien Jim, yes. I mean, some of his maps now, his Mercury Farms map, that was a brilliant plan. I don't know that it kind of doesn't feel right to me. It's not quintessentially a British map, but the whole concept of in 17 having the ability to have a blank space, and you can either click on the activation point and have the buildings appear for you, or you can just build your own. But you don't have to have the cow farm if you don't want it. You can assemble that piece on the farmyard. The ability to cut down the hedges and cut down the fences and plough the fields bigger. And I did play that for a bit. In actual fact, I played that in part as a potato farm. And I don't usually do potatoes, but I figured I should probably do potatoes because I don't usually do potatoes. The other things I don't usually do are sugar beets, because I don't play in farms. Contract finished, we're done. I don't play farms that typically are in locations where sugar cane is grown, and it's as much of a pain in the butt to harvest as potatoes is. And the other thing I haven't really gotten into is cotton, and that's because of the prohibitive cost of the harvesting equipment. You know, if you start on Farm Manager, half of your money has to go to the harvester. So that's kind of a problem. for a starting farm. And I haven't really played any I would consider typically American maps. Would be cotton farms. I haven't played any long enough to actually turn a farm into a cotton farm. I mean, obviously you've got to start out arable or animal, but yeah, it's the big problem is always your starting money. Now, okay, you can cheat the money in, and we did for this playthrough. And part of that was because this was notionally a continuation of the Lawfolds playthrough. This is the Saturday morning stream, and so when Farm Sim 22 or 23 or whatever ends up comes out, we will in part transfer from this farm to there. But criteria is seasons must be available before I transfer on the long-term series, because I prefer playing with seasons. So when Farm Sim 19 came out, we kept Lawfolds running, because I still had a couple of Farm Sim 17 achievements to do, but also because seasons was available on it, and it wasn't on 19. And we played a couple of other farms during the weekdays on streams. Now, I'm not streaming weekdays at the moment, and so I'm not, there aren't any other farms around that I'm playing. But it wasn't until Seasons was released and this map was Seasons ready before we actually transferred some of our holdings from Lawfolds to here. I mean, the thing was, I think Lawfolds was worth about 20-30 million, and I probably transferred about 2 or 3. And most of that I spent on land, because that's how you make money. And sheep. We have a lot of sheep now. We started out with 50, we got 360. We did peak at 400, but I sold off some of them. Partly because for the summer, the sheep aren't productive, so they're just costing me hay. And even having sold a sizable 40, 50 sheep, we're still looking at over 120 bales of hay per year needed for those guys. And I don't want to be coming down to the store and buying them if I can avoid it. Okay, we need some fertilizer, which comes in lime green barrels, maybe yellow. And I use these because they're cheaper than the regular, which may or may not be cheating, but hey, we do what we can. I prefer the style of them for the most part. Come on, fill up. There we go. So I didn't collect our payment, so we should do that. There's another one at 38. Let's do that one too. That'll pay us 9,000. I'll have to look it up. Where's 38? Oh, it's just up the road. Well, that's kind of handy.